All right, so we got out with the old and in with the old. I don't know if you guys saw it. Let me know down in the comments below if you saw when these Cannondale showed up moons ago. Tony finally got some gumption to turn around and pull these things out. We got some room in the shop. So he brought out the 3 Cannondales. He's got 4 engines, 3 rollers, totes and parts. Turned around and broke everything out, laid it all out, kind of said this goes here, that goes there, this goes here. Now we are playing with the engines. These are Cannondale engines. These things are unlike anything we've seen to date. I've never played with a Cannondale before. These do not have case halves. They have a case and a bunch of covers. The transmission comes out through the side. The crank comes out through the side. These things are so weird, really cool, but really weird. The bolts, there's not an 8mm on this thing. Yeah, there's some 10mm, but you better have a 1/4-inch drive, 6mm socket laying around somewhere so that you can get all these things out. This outer case cover that you're looking at is literally a case cover. It's plastic. It's got some weird casting shapes on it. And it's got one of them fun screws that, well, if you strip it, good luck. Hard to get to. You got to get real fancy to get that screw out if you round the ends over. So don't round over the edges. If you've ever played with a Cannondale, you probably know exactly which one I'm talking about. We've got memberships available on the channel. If you want to support the creator, that would be me. The stuff that we do around here, it's really, really appreciated. Can't thank the members that we have enough. It does help out the channel immensely. Watching these videos as long as you can helps the channel out. Hitting that like button is an amazing help also. You may not know it. You may not think it. If you're not a content creator, you won't understand. But yeah, simply hitting that like button, throwing a comment down below, it helps push the video. It helps out the channel immensely. We're live streaming on the Sawyer Custom Gaming channel, so if you want to come talk moto content or you got mechanical questions, that's where you find me at night. Playing games, relaxing after a long day, talking different things. People swing by, we talk about whatever. Great relaxing hangout time. Look forward to seeing everybody over there. Everything is down in the description below. The different social media platforms, what's going on. I'm very transparent in the things that I do with my life. It's just one of those, you can either follow the creator or you can follow the channel. Either way, the channel's all bike, car, mechanic, fabrication, off-road related pretty much. We do a little bit of on-road stuff, but it's mainly trikes, quads, custom builds, ride videos, fun stuff like that. We will be getting more ride videos out. That bell notification will let you know when there's videos out. So make sure you hit that bell notification. There are some hard chunkies in the bottom of that motor. Dude said that the clutch had blown apart and he was in the process of pulling the motor to make sure everything was all good. Going along with what he was doing, we continued on. We pulled the motors out. We're pulling the motors down and we're going to check them out and see which motor is usable, which motor needs severe attention. The engine that we pulled out of the one quad that only had an engine in it is the one that you're staring at right now. Dude said it had a blown apart clutch. As you can see from the pieces that I just showed you, yeah, that clutch definitely blew apart, so that thing had to come apart. And we're going to check out and make sure everything else is okay and find out if anything else needs to be replaced so that we can get parts on order and get these builds going. This is a secondary motor that we ended up pulling apart to kind of get an idea on how these things work and what's going on. As you can see, everything slides out the one side. Gear sets and everything. It's such a neat design. It is backwards. The sprocket's on the wrong side. I understand that in the mechanical world, there really is no wrong side, but when you're used to dealing with European and Japanese bikes, everything's on one side, unless you go back to the old vintage days. And you're going to turn around. We're going to do a leak down test on the 2 motors that have closed off top ends. The one top end showed really good. Holds pressure all the way up. Unfortunately, we got a socket on the flywheel, and we did a nice little easy rocket back and forth to see if we could feel any play internally. And there was a click, click as we went back and forth. So that engine needs to be broken apart. We need to find out where that click, click is. This engine, on the other hand, she doesn't hold any kind of pressure whatsoever. Remember, the intake is on the front of these engines. The exhaust goes over the rear cases. So, yep, the exhaust valves are leaking on this one. It needs to be gone through, but that one's got a tight bottom end and tight top end. So that one I think is valves. The other one I have a feeling is a lower crank bearing or lower rod bearing, and it's going to have to get broken down. This one, the head will be coming off. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the rebuilds, the teardowns. These will be videoed. There will be footage of the engines coming apart, them getting tested, and everything that has to do with them going back together. I do not do single bike builds. I do, this is what's going on this day. You're not going to see a bike build from start to finish most of the time because it takes a while. And I'm not storing a bunch of gigs of memory on the computer when I can just put together a video saying, hey guys, today we did this. Today we did that. Makes it a little bit more interesting, keeps it a lot more personal, and let you guys see what's going on a week-to-week basis, sometimes day-to-day basis. Really depends on what we're doing. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. More Cannondale stuff to come.